So this video is about specific conversational topics that allow you to flirt, that allow you to step into a more man to woman role. And these are very simple, right? It's easy for you to reflect back on these things and add them into your future conversation. One is dates and dating. You've been on bad dates, you've been on good dates. If something she says or does, or her tone of voice or her hairstyle, etc., reminds you of a girl on this bad date that you had, or a girl on this good date that you had, or a girl that you met through one of your friends and turned out she was a weirdo or a really cool girl for however long it lasted. That's a good thing to mention. That's a good thing to say, right? Because it links it. A lot of people get caught in conversation. It's out there floating in the middle of nowhere and they can't really rein it back in to fit with something that moves the interaction forward. Think of those. Think of those situations. Bad dates, good dates you've had, good girls you've met, bad girls you've met. Sex you can, but that's a much, and you mentioned anything related to sex, that's a much later topic to bring up. You don't do that in the beginning, for sure. Not at all. But it can be used later on if you can't think of that. If you can't think of any way to increase and ramp up the flirty vibe between you two. You can always think of something like a sex study that you read, or a sex book you saw fall out of somebody's compartment, right? Anything like that. And you can use that to verbally escalate later. Anything romance related, like 60% of girls who go on dates for the food, right? You see the statistic online, right? You could drop that in a conversation. It's possible for you to put that in the conversation. Anything like that, right? Or AI taking over the future of online dating, right? Anything related to dating and romance within that general area. Guys and girls. Anything you've heard, one of your friends has said, you read, whatever it was, this thing was on the news, drop it into the conversation, because it will move the conversation forward in a way that makes it easier for you to verbally escalate and physically escalate later on. It makes it more man to woman, as we say. Anything in that range. Right? You can even go out and look for information like that. You can look for headlines. You can look for studies. And then keep them in the back of your mind. When the conversation starts kicking, you can go to those. So try it out. Hope it helps. And happy trails.